But I think one of the reasons why is because that they don't sell very much of the other part of the story. They kind of leave that out, and you're just like, hey, here's like this is like John Wick in India. Monkey Man review. Okay? Because I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts with it. No spoilers, don't worry, but let me take a drink. So, Monkey Man. Dev Patel, he's going to be a great filmmaker. He's going to be a great filmmaker, and this is an excellent entry into, excellent entry into him being a director and taking on a revenge action role is no easy task, especially when nobody wants to touch it. I just read that Netflix didn't want to touch it because the film does deal with politics when it comes to India and marginalized people over there. So I think they didn't want to release it on there. Therefore, he had to try to. It's just when you hear about how this movie is even out there, it's crazy. And thank you to Jordan Peele and Monkey Paw Productions for actually, giving it a chance, because I don't think if it wasn't for Jordan Peele, maybe we wouldn't even see this movie. But that's what sucks, is when you deal with like subject matter, right, when it comes to something like that. Yeah, their studios are like, we don't want to touch it. Nope. You're dealing with some politics when it comes to India. We don't want to deal with that. And yeah, that's very much part of it. And if you notice, though, guys, and this was like when it comes to, at least, I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. I wanted to enjoy it more, but I think one of the reasons why is because that they don't sell very much of the other part of the story. They kind of leave that out, and you're just like, hey, here's like this is like John Wick in India kind of thing. It almost sells, the trailer kind of sells it like that. As there is obviously action in it, but not as much as you might think. There is a lot of build up to that third act where the action goes absolutely insane. Don't walk in there thinking it's just going to be like, okay, here we got why he's seeking revenge, and then we're just going. It's just, there's a lot of build up. There's a lot of build up. And I'm actually, when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to watch it again, because I now appreciate that it didn't just jump right into like, okay, this guy is just a fighter. He's like he's a underground fighter in like some fight club thing, and then he decides to just like take on this, these elites and for the revenge of his mom and stuff like that. But there's a lot of buildup. There's just a lot of buildup, and there's not just as much, maybe as much action as they sell it to be. And there's one in particular thing in the trailer that I do want to mention, but I think it's too much. But for the most part, it's a great movie. Go see it. The fight sequences are pretty insane. And you could tell, Dev Patel really put his blood, sweat, and tears, his soul into this movie. I think he did all his own stunts, his own fight. I don't think there is a stunt man for him at all. And that's why he talks about how he broke toes, broke his hand, got an eye infection, ripped his shoulder. He got pretty effed up doing this movie, and it just shows you that this guy has some passion, and I hope to see more. And like I said, I have to see it again because I wanted to like it more, and I think it was just because they kind of sold it more of more actiony, and it really delves into the culture, which is good. But then of course there's this whole politics things that you don't really know about until, oh, okay, so that's this whole thing's happening, this whole plot. So, but overall, enjoyed it. But yeah, it just always sucks when the trailers kind of just sell you this, but it's like, oh yeah, but there's a bunch of this over here. But go see it, guys, if you want to. Like I said, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it just reminds you that the wheel is not broken. So cheers to Monkey Man.